Hi Home Talkers, how are you doing today? I'm so glad to see you here on Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, aren't we? So headed on into the weekend. I am Karen. I blog at To Work With My Hands, and I'm here with my cameraman Micah. And I want to let you know that you can meet him today on my Facebook page. I'm really happy to have him with me each week, each time we get to join Home Talk for a live. Today, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to take an old wooden picture frame and turn it into a serving tray. So here's kind of the basic idea, but today I'm going to show you three totally different styles. So we're going to get started, and while I'm getting things together, I want you to tell me where you're from. We are in Southeast Alabama, and we have hot weather today. We've had a lot of rain over the last few days, and the sun came out today, and now it's really steamy and hot. So tell us what it's like where you are. Now, this is not one that we're going to make. I'm just using this to show you the paint technique. And I have done two sides here with this Martha Stewart paint. I can't remember the name of the color. Let's see. Tilled Soil is the name of it. So, while I'm getting ready to paint, I want to remind you that Home Talk has a giveaway, and if you want to be eligible you want to participate in the giveaway, just leave us a comment letting us know what kind of tray you would make. I'm going to show you three different ones today, but I'm sure you've got some fabulous ideas too. So what I've got here is some chalk finish paint. I wanted something that was really contrasting. This has two coats of paint on it already, and so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you this look, and then I'll show you the frame.
Home Talk is watching from New York City.
Great. Well, we're glad Home Talk is with us, aren't we? Thank you for folks who are tuning in. If you are enjoying the idea of this project, please give us some likes and thumbs up, and do share. Tell us where you're from. Okay, I've just put a little bit of paint on this paper towel, and I'm going to just give it a swipe across the top. And what I'm really doing is now I'm going to just rub it off. This is kind of a staining technique. I do not take credit for this. I learned this from one of my blogging friends at Garden Up Green. She taught me how to do this. If you use it as just the only color, but I'm using it as a top color. And do you see how that's giving it kind of a weathered look? Okay. Well, we want to do this.
Watching from Spain.
Thanks for watching from Spain. How's the weather over there? Okay, and I'm going to do it on the side as well. You can still see the grain, which is really nice and pretty coming through, I think. Okay, so can you see how that goes? It just it tones down that brown. It gives it a weathered look, and that's going to be perfect for our first project. We'll do the other side. In case anybody is, I know sometimes at the beginning people are coming in and joining us, so if you missed the first part, we're making serving trays out of old picture frames. Now I know if you're a thrift store shopper, you know these are in thrift stores all the time.
So it's very hot in Spain.
Hot in Spain. It's hot here too, isn't it? Thanks. We're so glad you're joining us. What time is it in Spain? I don't even remember the time differential or the difference in zones. Okay, so we're through with that. I just wanted to, this is of course not the one we're going to use, I just wanted to show you what it looks like and how to do this. And I'm going to move these out of our way and get our pieces out that we're going to work with. Okay, I've got quite a few pieces here to work with.
Watching from Japan.
Oh, thanks. Wow, we're glad to have you.
7:05 p.m.
In Spain?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so your day is nearly done. It's just past noon here. We're on Central Time. We're an hour before Eastern Time where Home Talk is. But hey, it's pretty close. Lunchtime. Okay, so this is what the frame that we're going to use. This is what it looks like when you're finished doing the technique that I showed you over there. And for this one, we're going to make, I call this an old style. I'm using a mat and making it just look very old. What I started with was a map that I printed out. I found a place online where I could get a free printable world map and printed it out in black and white. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start by trimming the edges off because That certainly does not look authentic with all these edges. If you do much paper crafting, you need one of these. I've had this paper cutter for a very long time, many years, when I first started working with paper crafts, and it is fabulous. Cuts straight and perfect every time. So now that you've got your corners cut, or your sides cut off, I've got a lot of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go over here and grab a few things. Okay, this needs to be aged. This white paper just doesn't look very old. It looks, well, it looks new. So we're gonna age it, and if you don't know this technique, it is really, really fun. This is just brewed tea. And we're gonna drop it down here. Now make sure when you print your map out, if you print it, that you let it dry for a little while before you dip it in the tea, so that it doesn't, so your ink doesn't smear.
Somebody says they're watching from, well, somebody from Georgia here, someone from Arizona, northern Manitoba?
Yes, and Canada. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and thank you for letting us know that you're joining. Do you like what we're doing today? If you do, give us some thumbs up, share it on your page or on a friend's page, give us some hearts, and let us know what you're thinking. Leave us comments, tell us what you like, tell us where you're from. We'd love to interact with you. Now,
Can you use coffee? Someone said, can you use coffee?
You probably could. I've never tried that, but it would probably give you even a darker stain. So after you have let it soak for probably, I don't know, just 5 minutes or so, you're going to let it drip off, get all the tea off. Put it on a baking sheet. Now, you can either just hang it up with some small clothespins off of a line and let it air dry. I have laid mine on top of the dryer before. You can do that. Or you can put it in a 150-degree preheated oven, then turn the oven off, stick it in there, and about 10 or 15 minutes it'll be dry. So we're just going to set that one aside. I've got one to show you that is dry. After it's dry, this is what it's going to look like. It's kind of looking older, but it's not exactly what I'm going for. So what we're going to do now is just wad it up. Get it good and crinkly. And once it's spread it back out and get the wrinkles out of it, we're going to do one more thing to really age it and make it look old. Don't forget that Hometalk is doing a giveaway. Be sure and let us know what kind of tray you would make if you want to have an opportunity to win that Hometalk bag.
Answers. People are answering the question, but I can't see it.
Not being able to see answers.
It's not long enough.
Okay. All right.
And
we're having a little bit of technical trouble, but I think we're doing okay.
she can't hear me.
Okay. So what we're going to do is just burn off some of the edges here. If you joined us last time, you know I'm not incredibly skilled with these little electric, or these automatic lighters. We don't want it to burn too much. Just the edges. See, it's going to look... Oh, I really hope I don't set off our fire alarm. I didn't think about that. It's right above us. Maybe we won't.
It's not over there anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I took it down the last time I set it off. I'm hung it back up. Okay, so we're safe. We're not going to set off the fire alarm. Okay. Just really give it some aging here. See? And I'll probably do another area over here. Don't want to burn too much of our map away. Okay. All right. Now, so it's kind of looks a whole lot different than that plain white map we printed out, doesn't it? So what we're going to do now is take a piece. This is just craft paper, just like I'm using to cover the counter here. It comes on a big long roll. I got it at Walmart. We're going to cut a piece of that and lay the map on top of it. And I use these glue dots. There's all kinds of adhesives you can use. You could use, I would be real careful with a liquid glue because it might come through your paper. You can use double-sided tape, but this is in the scrapbooking section, and you just roll it on and it puts these little dots. Came out. Puts these little dots on your paper, and then we're just going to press it down and then trim it. This one is finished. I trimmed it with the paper cutter.
We set a coffee tea tray for their coffee table.
Yes, so giving ideas for what kind of trays that you would make. That is the Hometalk tote bag giveaway question today. Be sure and leave an answer for what kind of tray you would make. And then I have a piece of scrapbook paper that is very similar in style to, I thought it looked kind of an old world style. And my little glue dot machine is not cooperating with me here. So I'm just going to go with this double-sided tape. So the next thing we're going to do is put this mat onto the scrapbook paper. What are you guys working on? What kind of projects do you have going on? Here we go. We're going to center this. And then, well, let's see, we'll tape that down too. We'll center this in the middle of the tray. We'd also like to hear what kind of thing you would give your tray to when you make one. Okay, so we've centered it here in the middle, and this particular frame came with, this is a plexiglass piece. It's not really glass, but it came with this frame. So now we're ready to close it up. We're just going to slide this in. I'll get it started and then I'll turn it around, but I got to be able to see how to get in there. Okay, so now we're going to slide the cover on. And it's nice and protected now. And the last thing I want to do is put some handles on the side. I found these at Hobby Lobby. I thought they went really well with this style. And some little screws here. And a drill. Okay, so I have some pilot holes that I've already drilled here.
There's somebody from Rome.
Rome, oh wow, that's a long way. Thanks for joining us from Rome. So I'm going to put these right into these pilot holes that have already drilled. I'm going to have to stand it straight up so that I can handle it. And one more. Maybe I'll set it down so you can see.
Hello.
Okay, and there we go. So now we have a handle on this side, and we're going to put the handle on the other side. Which is not going to be as easy because I can't sit it flat down on the table. We're so glad you're joining us today. Tell us what the weather is like where you are. Okay, we're getting that last one on. I'm not so strong. I can't get it all the way in. I'm not really strong with these things. There we go. Okay.
Someone from Wisconsin.
Thanks for joining us from Wisconsin. So now we have handles, and for this one I want to do one more thing. I want to put some feet on it. Now this is not necessary since we have the handles, but I wanted to lift it up off the table just a little bit. And I found these little button feet, I guess, at Michael's. They were on clearance for 79 cents for a pack of 6 of them. And I painted them. I only did the base coat. I didn't bother doing the...
It's warm and humid in Texas.
White. Yeah. Texas is a lot like us, I think, sometimes. Okay, I'm just going to stick these on the 4 corners. Now, if I would probably recommend doing this with a stronger glue, like I like to use Gorilla Glue, but when you use that, once you put it on there, you absolutely need to leave it still for about 24 hours so that it can cure. And just for our purposes today on the show, I knew I'd be moving it around, so I used hot glue. Hot glue may stay pretty well, but I think a stronger glue long term would be a better idea. And there we go. There is our old world style tray. You can sit this on your coffee table. You can use it to carry things. You could sit other things on top of it for decor. Just whatever. Okay, I'm going to set this one aside and we're going to do another one. You like that one? Thumbs up, thumbs down, smiles, I don't know. Let us know what you think. Okay, for our second one.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Thanks for joining us from Las Vegas. Okay.
Crawford, Texas.
Good to stay now. Okay, with this one, I chose to paint the frame with a spray paint. This is the Rust-Oleum's Seaside Gloss.
Just when it said candles on the tray.
Yes, I like that idea. That's really nice. This has, this has 3 coats of paint on it. And we're going to take the back out and get started. I'm going to just go ahead and leave the glass in there because there's no need to take that out. And I'm going to show you what I've got. I found all of this, at Hobby Lobby. This is some glittery chevron striped blue cardstock. It's pretty thick and heavy.
Sweetie.
Thanks for joining us. These are some stickers that I found there. And I found these cute little paper flowers. Here's the box that they come in. But this is what they look like. And then these stick-on gemstones, which match the flowers. And I also have some white cardstock. So, let's get started on this one. I'm going to bring back the paper cutter and cut the cardstock to fit the back of the frame. So what kind of tray would you guys make? If you're just joining us, we are making serving trays out of old picture frames. You can pick these up at thrift stores, dollar stores. You may even have some in your house that you don't even use anymore. Some of these that I'm using today, that's where they came from.
Someone said I'd make an essential oils tray.
Oh, I like that. We're making a vanity. I didn't tell you what this one is. This is a vanity tray for my daughter, actually. She's really into blue right now, and I wanted to make it really girly for her, so she gets to sit it on her in her room on the dresser to put her hairbrush and perfume bottle, things like that on. So we're just going to go ahead and get this attached to the backing. This frame came with a really, really nice, sturdy backing. If you have a frame that doesn't have a backing, you can make one out of a shirt cardboard, a shirt box, or a cereal box. Anything about that weight will be perfect.
Someone said they'd make a coffee station tray.
Oh, I like that. That's a great idea. Okay, so we're going to go with the stickers now. I've already done a few of these ahead of time, but I'm going to just show you one. I'm going to take some scraps that I had left over after cutting this cardstock out, and I'm going to add this last sticker here. What do you guys think? What kind of tray would you make? What kind of ideas for themes or uses do you have? We've had some good ideas already.
Someone said they'd make a vanity tray like this one.
Oh, they're fun. Okay, so I put that kind of up there in the corner, and I'm just going to trim it out with the cutter.
Washington.
I'm sorry?
Tacoma, Washington.
Thanks for joining us from the Northwest. We are way down here in the Southeast. Okay.
Arizona.
Ooh, arid, right? Okay, and now we're going to just frame it with some white.
Somebody said a makeup tray for their bathroom.
Good idea. Very good idea. Easy to clean, too, with the glass top. You guys have great ideas. Who would you give your tray to? Got any ideas? We've already passed Mother's Day, but there's all kind of opportunities for gift giving. So we're ready to set this one up. I'm going to put this one in the middle, and let's see, I like to say laugh, live, dream, have to move the heart up a little bit, and shine. And then I'm going to fill in the gaps with these flowers. Now, what I did with these was I took the gemstones. These are peel and stick, so they're really easy. Got a couple here that don't have stones on them yet. Here we go. And I like to pick a color that contrasts well with the flower.
Someone's at a country princess style.
Oh, that would be sweet. Let's see, what color do you think? Let's go with this one. Okay, see, they just pop right on.
Someone says hello from Nebraska, and MA, would that be, what state would that be?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Thank you all for joining us. Okay, so I have this little extra one. I don't think we need this one, or maybe we can just poke it right there. How about that? Does that work? Okay, and now I'm just going to take these down, and we are just about ready to assemble. This is a layering technique. I like to do this when I make cards.
Someone said toiletry items in the guest room.
Good idea.
Like a guest bathroom.
Yeah, that's a great idea to have those available when you have guests come. That's really nice. And that would make it pretty too, right?
Wichita, Kansas?
Wichita.
Wichita.
Yeah, Kansas is nice. Okay, we're almost done here. And we just got to get the flowers on. Oh, I don't think I've done this.
Someone said a dog-themed tray.
A dog theme?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a great idea. There's a lot of dog stickers and papers and things.
What is WV?
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Oh, yeah. You guys could meet my son on my Facebook page today, and there I tell you that geography is not his strong suit, but he does have strong suits. Okay, we've almost got these down, and I was going to tell you, you don't have to just be very, you don't have to go over the top with your adhesive, because this is going to be pressed down between the glass and the back, and it won't go anywhere. Okay, I think we're almost done. We're ready to close this one up. That one may be a little large. Don't want it to stick out. I love double-sided tape. Anybody else like double-sided tape? Okay. So there you go. Uh-oh, that one did not want to stay. Now, okay.
Someone from California.
Thanks for joining. I'm going to give this a little wipe. I think it's got some glitter in here from
Northern Ireland.
Ireland, you said?
Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland. Glad to have you from across the sea. All right, so we're just going to pop this in. Wow. This is why I like the dots better, the glue dots. They're permanent and they really stay, but my machine is not cooperating today, so we're just going to do it this way. Okay. And let's see if I can get it to pop in there. These are not my favorite kind of things to attach pictures with.
Valentine's for breakfast in bed.
Oh, how sweet. That is wonderful. You could use a really big tray for that, couldn't you? I forgot to leave myself something to press these down with, but I think we're doing okay. Oh, yeah, I do have scissors over there, Donna. Thank you. My cameraman is awesome. That is much better.
From Scotland.
Oh, Scotland. We love Scotland, don't we? I have heritage from Scotland. Somewhere way back there. We came from Scotland. Okay. There we go. Oh, my love moved. Okay. I'll have to take this apart later and get my glue dots that work, get them working again, because they will hold better. But that, when you get it to adhere like it's supposed to, there you go. That's a girly tray.
An herb tray.
An herb tray?
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. Now, I decided for this one I didn't put any handles on it, and I didn't put any feet on it. It's just going to sit right on the counter. It'll be just fine like that. And she can sit her brush and perfume bottle, hair brooms, things like that on there. So this is our girly tray. Do you like this one? Not like this one? Let us know what you're thinking. Share it if you're enjoying. We have one more. Let me take just a second to get some of this stuff out of the way, because this one is going to be a little messy. I'll save the messy one for last. Okay, we're going to need this again. Okay, this last one is a beach theme.
Someone from Ecuador.
Oh, thank you. We're glad you're here.
Ha! I can pronounce that one.
Yeah, we had fun last time with my cameraman and his pronunciations. It's really, really fun. Okay, before we get started on this one, I'm going to show you the technique again of the way I painted this frame. I tell you what, let me bring it out so you can see it. Okay, here is the frame, and you can see it's got a lot of texture to it. That texture comes from sand, and we're going to show you how that's done. So I have 3 paints I'm using today. This is vanilla shake. I knew vanilla bean did not sound right. And we have bleached sand and desert sand. These are all Deco Art Americana paints. So what you want to do is put just the amount you think you're going to use. We're going to use equal parts of all 3 colors. Don't forget about the giveaway. Tell us what kind of tray that you would make for your chance to win a Hometalk tote bag. And then we also have some sand. This is just play sand that I bought at Lowe's in a big 50-pound bag. And we're going to put about the same amount of sand as we have paint. Maybe a little more. Okay.
Paint combined or like paint combined or?
Yes, we're going to combine everything together. I just left them separated so I could kind of get equal amounts of each one. So we paint this just creates a different color. I like to make my own color instead of just using straight from the bottle. Okay, you can see we're creating quite a textured paint here. Kind of looks like salt dough. Salt dough maps. Okay, so when you get that mixed up really well, you just swipe it right on your frame. Now you might think that the sand would come off, but it does right now. But once it's dry, it does not come off. It stays right on your frame. And if you want to hit it with a sealer coat of something, you could do that. But I have not found that necessary. This sand it's on there. Once it dries, it stays on. So that's really all you're going to do is brush it on, and then we're going to kind of encourage the sand to show up. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and do this other side. Anybody else like coastal theme? I love the beach. We go to the beach as much as we can, and I bring back treasures and pictures and memories, and I like to decorate with coastal.
Someone said they'd make a tray for their grandson.
Oh, that's a good idea for him to put his things on. Okay, I haven't 100% covered every bit of this, but I want to show you now. Just take your brush and go up and down on it, and it will help bring that sand out to the surface. Paint. This one's a little globby. Yeah, you see how it kind of, you see more sand when you do that. Okay? So, that's really how you do that. You can do 1 or 2. This one looks like it needs a second coat. I think I only put 1 coat on that frame. But that's just how it's done. And let me get this out of the way. We'll start with our project. Okay.
Gift tray for the guest room.
Yes, that's a good idea. Somebody mentioned something similar to that earlier.
A brush. Does a regular brush work?
Yes. As a matter of fact, a regular brush, in my opinion, kind of works better. I grabbed that one today and then remembered that I've made another project using this same technique. You can find that on Hometalk. where I put some beach shells on a canvas, and in that one I did use a chip brush, and it actually does work a little bit better.
Ooh, I like this idea.
What's that?
Key tray or remote tray.
Remote tray. All the guys would love a remote tray, right? Or a key tray. Yeah, key tray so you don't lose your keys. So you see how this turns out when it's dry, that sand is not going to come off. And I
Family tree tray.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love that. And then you have it under your glass that you can always see.
That's right.
I've glued on some shells that we picked up from a recent beach trip around the corner to just give it a little extra decoration. And now we're going to put our project together. Okay. Let me just slide this in. I'm sorry, we got a lot of stuff to work with today. We are almost ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to take this apart. I just had it laying on there so we could get the general idea of where we're going. This is another couple of pieces of paper, scrapbook paper from the scrapbook section. They come in 12 by 12, and I've cut them down so that they will fit on the back of this frame, and they overlap just a little, but that's fine because we are going to cover it up.
Someone from
Where did I put, oh,
Hillsboro, Wisconsin.
I think we've had someone else from Wisconsin today, haven't we? And remember, if you haven't been here the whole time, I really prefer using this glue dot runner, and it has jammed up on me, and I don't really want to. Well, let's see. I don't know if I can. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can work with it now. It will fit. It will work a lot better if it will work. It just drops those glue dots on there. The bad thing about it is if they ever kink up on you like this, it's really hard to get them fixed because it wants to keep hanging up on itself. But I think I've got it figured out now. Okay, that's better than the double-sided tape. It sticks a lot better. This back is not quite as thick as the one we used on the last one. It actually will wobble, but it works just fine. This is about the thickness of shirt box cardboard or a cereal box. I'm just going to put
Hillsboro,
that right
Missouri.
yeah.
Another Hillsboro.
Huh?
I said another Hillsboro.
You know, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to decide, didn't you just say Hillsboro, but it was a different state?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was Wisconsin last time.
Yes, there's a lot of places that show up in more than one state, aren't there? We're so glad y'all are joining us. If you are enjoying the show, please give us some hearts and thumbs up, and we would love for you to share. Okay.
Someone said they missed how you fixed the handles.
Are you talking about on the old world tray? I'm assuming. I'll talk about that. I'm hoping that's what you're talking about. These handles came from Hobby Lobby, and I just put some pilot holes in here and then drilled. This is an important thing to remember. If you buy those handles, drawer handles from Hobby Lobby or any place like that, even like at Lowe's, most of them are going to assemble from the back. You know, because you're going to put your screw inside the drawer and then you've got your handle on the outside. Of course, that won't work for this. So you want to look for a handle that will adhere from the front. You can just screw straight in.
And
so I hope that answered the question.
Someone else was asking the paint for that frame.
For the old world frame?
No, this frame.
This frame, okay. What we did was we mixed these three colors, if you want to zoom in on that, with an equal amount of just sand and put it on all together, all at once. And if you do, and that reminds me, if you have questions, please ask them. We will definitely try to catch as many as we can. And if not, I will go back after the show and answer them then. Okay, so I need to show you this. This is just a piece of paper that I found again in the scrapbook section. And instead of cutting it, I'm using the whole thing because it was really pretty beachy picture.
Someone said they'd make a breakfast tray.
Yeah, I think we've had like a breakfast in bed. We had that suggestion. That's a good idea. Okay, so I'm going to put this right over the center, and you see now we're just going to cover up that seam that we had before. I'm going to get these out of your way now. Okay, so I have a few pictures that I took. This one is going to go down at the bottom, so I took a piece of this that was left over and cut it just a little bit larger than the picture to give it a frame. because it didn't have, it's not going to touch this back color anyway, and it just makes it pop out a little more. We're going to put that right there, and then put the picture on it. If you haven't been here with us, this is not how these little machines operate. Mine is going wonky today, but we're going to go with it anyway. Okay, so we're going to put that picture there, and we have a little bit of a souvenir from our trip to the beach. We had to pay to park. We went to a beach that we'd never been to before, and we had to pay for parking, and so we kept it. I've run it out. Okay, we're going to go back to our double-sided tape.
He is bonkers.
Yes, yeah. It is really not serving me well today, is it? I think when I slide this down just a little bit up under that one. That's okay. We're gonna go with it anyway. Okay, and then I have a couple more.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, please do. Like and share the video and subscribe. Do subscribe so that you don't miss any of Hometalk's videos. Hometalk Live's videos. And I think I had this one on this side. And I just remembered I was going to show you something before I put the pictures on. But we're gonna try it afterwards. These projects have so many pieces and parts to them because we're doing 3 different ones. I kind of just forgot something. Okay, you can kind of slant that one too. It's not exactly straight on there. I wanted to show you, even though I put some adhesive. I have some sand that I picked up that we got on that very same trip. This sand that I'm using over here for the paint to paint the frame just came from Lowe's. It's just plain old sand. But this is actual sand from the beach that we visited, and I wanted to have it be a part of our keepsake here. So I really, you know what? I'm going to try to see if I can pull these off. That would be better. So I don't want to ruin the pictures, and I forgot to do the sand before I put them on. That one's not going to come off because it has the dots on it. Okay, the dots are permanent. Okay, so I'll just try to, I'll tell you what, I'm going to lay a little paper towel over the picture so it doesn't get messed up. And put just a little bit of adhesive spray down here. And on this side. And this stuff, y'all, it sticks. Oh, and yeah, my cameraman's choking up here. Yeah, if you're going to use a lot of this, you want to be probably outside in a well-ventilated area. I'm killing my cameraman. This is not good. Okay. So there we go. We have some of our Gulf Shores sand here, and let me shake off some excess. You see how that, if it bubbles up, you can kind of pop the bubbles.
Someone says glue seashells around the edge.
Yeah, we have that on the frame. I couldn't put it inside the project because it would be too thick and the glass wouldn't go down well.
Somebody says a happy birthday tray.
Oh, I love that idea. That is so fun. I love making birthdays fun. So we're going to pop these back on. And you can see a little bit of the sand. Really should have done it first. Okay, so we have some sand on there, some real sand from our beach trip. And then let's put the last 2 pictures on, and we're going to assemble the whole thing. So what do you guys think? Which tray has been your favorite? If you've been here with us the whole time, tell us which tray you like best. Do you like the old world style, or the girly style vanity tray, or the coastal tray? And also don't forget to tell us what kind of tray that you would make for your chance to win that Hometalk tote bag from Hometalk.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My cameraman keeps me on track, doesn't he? He is great. Okay, so we have our frame. We're going to turn it over and put the glass in. Again, these are tricky sometimes.
Someone said they would make an ocean theme with dolphins in it, and I think something else, but it won't let me see the rest.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not their fault. That's our technical problem. Dolphins are great. I like that. That's a good coastal thing too, isn't it? So we're going to pop this. Oh, goodness, I've lost a couple of shells. A hot glue goes on, and again, probably a stronger glue would be a good idea. I'm going to close this up.
A floating tray in a pool for drinks.
Oh, that is a good idea. That is really nice. And I'm hearing it. Maybe it's just the handling that I'm doing. My gun is still warm over here, so we're going to put these back on. So you can see what it looks like all put
That's
together.
what the hot glue gun was for.
Yeah, and this is low temp because I burn myself all the time. So I got rid of the big one and just used this. I only found a little mini one in low temp. Do you know if there's a big one in low temp? Okay, so we have these back on there. So there we go. We are done with the last one. I'm going to scoop all these supplies out of the way so I can bring back. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not done. I'm gonna put feet on these too. These are the same feet that I put on the Old World, and I just painted these the same color. I think I just used bleached sand. I just used one color, and I certainly wasn't gonna put the textured sand on there. We'll just pop these on, and then we'll look at everything all at once, and you can tell us which one you like best. And be sure to let us know what kind of tray you would make, so that you can be eligible maybe to win the Hometalk pet bag. Okay, so there we go. There is our beach coastal themed tray. Here is our Old World style tray. Are you able to get everything?
I think we can, yeah.
So, and here is our little girly type vanity tray. I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope you like them. I hope you've been inspired. That's what I want, is for you to take these ideas and come up with something your own. My cameraman is in dire need of saying something about it.
Someone asked, where do you get the feet?
Where do I get the feet? I got them at Michael's. I found them, they were in a little bag of 6. I can't remember where I put the extra ones. They were on clearance for 79 cents if you want.
Well, someone else asked, is there felt on the bottom?
No, there's not felt, but if you would like to, depending on your surface, this one is going to go on a glass surface. So I don't think it's too much of a problem.
Pet tray for brush, leash, you know.
Good idea.
Stuff like
Good
that.
idea. That's a great idea. This is one that I made a while back that we were modeling this show after. Are there any more questions?
Lynn,
anything I can answer for you? Thank you for asking your questions.
Okay.
Also, I want to remind you that you can subscribe below so that you will know when Hometalk goes live.
Oh, how did you put the handles on?
How did I put the handles on? I drilled pilot holes and then put them in with screws. You do want to get handles that are mounted from the exterior, not the interior. That's the key point of these projects.
Explain what that means.
What that means? Well, you know, if you buy these handles at the home improvement store or a Hobby Lobby or something, usually the screw will come in from the back side. So this goes inside your drawer and the handle goes on the outside of the drawer, and you screw them in that way so that you don't see it. But that won't work for frames because you don't really have a good inside to come in from. Plus, if you did, the head would get in the way of your glass and make it
Where
work.
did you get the handles, and what paint did you use on the Old World tray?
The handles came from Hobby Lobby. This is the base paint that I used. Martha Stewart's craft paint and tilled soil, and then we did the weathering technique with some chalk finish paint. Okay. Is there anything else any more questions I can answer? We are so glad that you joined us today. Have we got a winner of the Hometalk tote bag?
Yes, Lynn Gamucci, I believe, for the floating tray idea.
Yes, the floating drink tray for the swimming pool.
Yes.
That is a great idea. Congratulations to you, Lynn. Thank you all for joining us today. If we didn't get to your questions, I'll be going back through the comments later and I'll try to get every one of those answered. If by any chance I miss it, hop over to Hometalk where this post is posted, this project is posted. Ask your question there. I definitely want to get your questions answered. I'm so glad you joined us today. I've had a great time. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you have been inspired. I will look forward to seeing you again another time. I am Karen from To Work With My Hands. Thank you so much for joining us. Hit the subscribe below and be sure to come back at 3 p.m. today and join us here on Hometalk TV for another great DIY project. Have a great day.